Hey everyone, we made it to Todos Santos. We're still alive. Everything's good. Todos Santos is a beautiful place. And yeah, we left La Paz. It's a pretty dry drive.
We're in the desert.
Yeah, this is what it kind of looks like the whole way. And except once you get to Todos Santos, it starts really showing its lushness and the water.
Yes, they call the river catchments arroyos, so there's more of those down here. But it's a really sweet town and lots of cool shops and places to watch music, which we're playing now.
Yeah, it's a rather small town. You could probably walk it in an afternoon, no problem. Very beautiful people, very nice people, cute little shops and things.
Yeah, people take day trips here from Cabo San Lucas or La Paz just to come check out the town.
Always gotta have an ice cream shop because it's hot as hotter than ever down here. And oh, this place is pretty fancy, and there it's really nice, and
Yeah,
they got a nice patio in the back, and
nice garden area and
yeah.
flowers.
A little tip: if you are here and you need to use the bathroom for free, just pretend you're browsing the shops and then go use the bathroom. We've done that a couple times.
Lots of cool markets down here too.
Yeah, touristy type stuff.
Touristy.
There is some artisan stuff.
Oh, for sure. Lots of artists making things out of all kinds of materials.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and then maybe the Hotel California from the song. There's one camp that says it is, one camp that says it isn't.
Legally, it isn't.
Legally, it isn't, but who knows? The lyrics are suggestive. On the other side, Tequila Sunrise, so I'm feeling a very Eaglesy vibe on that street.
People come and just take their picture in front of
Yeah.
Hotel California.
Of course, churches and this open area is the first place we played.
In Todos.
Yeah, we just were looking for places to play, so we set up here and we made some money, and actually we made some pretty good money playing here for tourists.
Oh, my friend Zapata. He sells gemstones and jewelry
Yeah, and it's beautiful art.
and massages you.
It's beautiful art all over Mexico, so Todos Santos is no different. There's tons of cool things to check out if you're in the city and you like art.
Mangoes growing right out of the sidewalks.
Yeah, and if you're keen, and that there was a soursop in there too. Every city needs this.
Mango Fest!
Yeah, Mango Fest was cool. The whole city lit up and was packed.
As packed as Todos Santos can
Yeah.
probably get.
A little abuela making sugarcane candies. Oh, it's so hot. Even the dogs were wearing hats. This guy was cute.
And he's in the shade.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a festival. Oh, hand painted signs. It's got a lot of character, the place.
This is a shot on the way back from the beach, or the way to the beach, can't remember. But the waves here are so strong, you can't swim because you could die. But there's a sweet beach, maybe 25 minutes from where we are right now, that you could surf and swim. And right now we're in summer season, where stingrays are coming out. So it's a little treacherous, but it's still fun.
They're scary, but it's okay. Right near our house, there's a bunch of bars. You could do your laundry. This place kind of lights up a little at night on the weekends. It's where tourists kind of go. Some locals too, I guess, to get food and bar. This place surprisingly has a ton of stuff, even though it's like a little convenience store. Has vegetables and all kinds of things. So we got kind of mugged in Mexico. It's our first and hopefully last. We're in Los Cabos. It was really hot. And we slept in our car without our clothes on the beach. 4 o'clock in the morning, cops come by, flashing their lights inside our car, telling us to get out. They're speaking broken English. We're speaking broken Spanish, trying to translate. And basically, they said they were going to arrest us for being naked in public. We're fighting, saying, listen, we're in our car. They said it didn't matter. I was real scared.
But there was a solution. We could pay the fine right then and there instead of going to the station.
Yeah.
So we did.
How convenient. So $100 later, which we later learned we should have bartered with them. But whatever, it happened. Now the bubbles burst. And
Could have
Yeah,
been worse.
it could have been worse, and now we're safe at my cousin's place. Beautiful house, and they've let us stay here, and we're gonna turn their place into a jungle. At least that's the plan. And here's the what we're working with. It's very beautiful there, very nice space, but very dry, and it's a desert.
Super hard granite. It's like you're walking on the most compact beach you've ever been to.
Yeah, so we're formulating a plan, figuring out where we wanted to start and put the gardens, and we obviously had to collect a lot of biomass, both on site stuff we found and just stuff people throw away.
Just like up in North America, when your autumn leaves fall and you just rake them up and leave them outside your driveway, that's kind of the same thing that happens here.
Yeah, someone left a bunch of aloe veras out. Luckily, we grabbed them and used them as our bottom, kind of, as our buddy would call it, putrefaction layer. And luckily, they also have a rooting hormone in them or chemical. So it's a happy accident. And that was our first layer. Then we had more rough foliage as our second layer. You really want to get as much as possible. This isn't nearly enough, but it's better than nothing. It really starts soaking up the moisture, and the more you cover it, the less the moisture will release. As this stuff breaks down, it starts releasing nutrients and decomposing, which is really the soil composition, that makes up soil. So all these processes have to happen. On top of that, we threw leaves, and as you can see, there's still seeds on them, and good, we want them. And we use the palm fronds, which no one likes using down here because they feel they don't break down, but I have a feeling that's because they put them on the top layer of their stuff. We put in
They
the
don't
bottom.
stay wet.
Yeah, we put at the bottom, give them a chance to decompose. There's a lot more nitrogen than people use. No one does this strategy, or very few people do this strategy down here, so there isn't a lot of experimentation that way. You gotta get nice and wet and keep it wet. Sam's compost. If you ever need some compost down here at Pescadero, it's one of the very few things we bought other than the trees. It's well worth it. So we covered the layer with soil and seeded it all up. There's one of the mango trees. And you want to put as many seeds. Once again, not enough seeds, but you're never going to have enough of everything. So you just got to put what you can.
We also soak our seeds first for at least a day.
Yeah,
It gives
it really
them a head
helps.
start with the growth.
Yeah, it really helps. So we then put a layer of leaves on top of that. Once again, you just want as much as possible. Give it a good start. Really protect the soil. The sun here is just crazy hot, so the more you can put on, the better. It creates less evaporation and protects the soil, because that's the number one strategy nature uses to grow things sustainably, is protecting the soil. You could imagine if your gut didn't have any bacteria or fungi to break things down, there wouldn't be a lot of health. So same thing here. We need a lot of mix of that.
This was the second bed, and it is coming from the water source of the kitchen sink here in the house. And because this house used to be off grid and it's a desert, having gray water systems already built in is super awesome. So we took advantage of that and built our second nursery bed here with a whole bunch of seeds, tree seeds and otherwise.
Yeah, same process, building up the biomass. You really want as much material on the ground as possible, and water it. There you can see is where it's coming from. We built another one, or no, we extended the first one, and once again, same process. You can kind of see it in layers there. And so this was also relatively built on a contour, so we could, if it does ever have big rain events, we can catch some of that. And this was the next one we started with our compost, which was our human manure, kitchen scraps, the palm fronds. There's Lori planting a banana we got from Sam. We bought a few bananas and got some gifted to us as well.
Oh, the bananas are so exciting. Once they mature, they send up their babies right next to them and they take over.
Yeah, and all of a sudden stuff started growing real quick. All you gotta do is water it at this stage. And I was surprised. Every day you come out, it seemed like inches were growing in a day. We're used to Canada where it
It's slow
feels like
going.
months and months. It eventually happens, but here where we are, it's so fast. Every time we grow these gardens, it encourages so many animals in life to come onto the property and engage. Here's a butterfly laying her eggs.
So then we had caterpillars eating some of our squash, but then that added to the complexity. The caterpillars allowed the frogs to come in and have their own food supply, and then that'll lead to the next iteration.
Yeah, then we got a bunch of squash back now. Every pineapple we eat, we make sure to plant the top, and so far it's been going really well. But you see how quick it turns into just a jungle of food, and it's amazing.
We planted this first garden bed at the beginning of June.
Yeah, so this was maybe taken a month and a half later, and you can see, oh, there's the
Papaya
papaya flowers that
flowers.
smell like Fruit Loops, the Tatura flowers.
Datura's a night bloomer here.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It closes up during the day. Oh, fajoas.
Sehoas are so good. Their flowers taste good, so their fruit. Thanks, Bliss Oasis, for introducing us.
Couple mangoes came out of the compost. It's always exciting throwing this together. Oh, cucumbers, so tasty. Squash there.
It's fun to grow your own food.
Yeah, lots of watermelons. I am super excited. You might be able to tell with the amount of watermelon shots I put in here, but they just grow so quick. This one's bigger than my hand now, only a couple days later.
It's cool. They're vining into the natural bushes that were already established here that we had left in the bed.
Yeah, and there's a little baby one. Natural trellises. You don't have to plant, you don't have to build on natural things. You can just use the natural structures already there. This is a introductory species nitrogen fixing tree. I don't even actually know what species it is other than by the leaves. I can tell it's a nitrogen fixer. You need a lot of these. And here's another one, supporting your climax trees. This is how nature feeds the soil and grows
Creates
trees.
forests.
Yeah, it grows trees really quickly because these are shorter living trees and they add so much nitrogen into the soil. So this is the first time we got the amount you really need, which is probably about 10, 15 to one tree. And then a bunch of random trees we don't even know came from our food or the mulch we used. It's exciting to see. We were noticing we didn't have any bees or anything, so I was curious what was pollinating everything. And as Lori caught with this shot, it's the ants. We've since then seen a couple bees, but yeah, we're trying to encourage more pollinators to come in, but it's working. The ants are doing their job, and we're gonna keep going on and build more of these, and we
We'll
hope
keep you posted.
yeah, we hope you enjoyed this.